Hello, YouTube, and welcome to the second location in Savannah, Planet Fun. You see Mario in the window. It's me. You got Mario Kart. You got a Star Wars banner. You got a fatter Mario. Kind of looks like me. And then you got a Nintendo DS sign. Okay, getting my hopes up. And you see this was dope. Life size Ninja Turtle Leo, then a miniature size Leo. And as soon as you walk in, you're like, wow, this store is deep. It's big, really big. This wall immediately hit with some old school figures, but you also see some Hot Wheels. I see a Yoshi and Donkey Kong. Hot Wheels, I got some loose, but you got some Thundercats, you got some He-Man. Look at more Thundercats up there. Batman. You got horror figures, Halloween and Nightmare on Elm Street. This was dope. Batman, the animated series, Mr. Freeze. Love it. You got Batman, some more DC figures here. Spider Man, Marvel figures, X Men. I love that Magneto. Marvel Legends. You got some Sonic figures. Oh, wait, gotta turn around. There's more stuff in the front. Got Transformers figures there. That's pretty nice setup. Some stuffies of Sonic. This was random right here. This little station right here had everything. You got the Dragon Zord from Power Rangers. Never seen this one before. And you got a random Stranger Things Hopper soda, which I don't know if somebody left it there. Not sure. Batman. I seen that in Toys R Us back in the days. You got some gargoyles. Old school Leo. Somebody's a Leo fan in this building. Run DMC Pops. I've never seen those before. And then Batman and Robin. So just looking at this stand right here, all random stuff, kind of reminds me of my closet. This was pretty cool. This is artwork that was done by local Savannah students to go to college. So I thought this was pretty dope. You know, turn around. We got some wrestling, AEW, WWF, WWE, some Funko Pops. I love this pop ride right here. Rest in peace, man. Eddie Guerrero with the low rider. And they got some loose wrestling figures in this box for $5. More Funko Pops. I couldn't see this glass display. There was a group there kind of blocking the way, but I had a lot of 80s like toys and figures. It was my girlfriend, of course. She had to find the Sailor Moon section of the store. That's her favorite. A lot of figures, the wand. And here she's gonna point to the one that I bought her at MegaCon a couple years ago. She doesn't really collect too much figures, but I had to bring her something back from MegaCon. We got some more anime figures. Wow. Look at this. Giant Sentinel. That's crazy. Demon Slayer, One Piece, Sailor Moon. So they definitely have anime. And what? Look at Homer over here looking at some cheeks. Planet Fun cheeks. What's going on over here? And we got Boom Studios. So this shop does have comics and mangas. Oh, this was pretty cool right here. Fisher Price McDonald's drive-through. Old school wrestling figures. And then here you got Kamen Rider. Who knows what Kamen Rider is from Japan? And you got more anime figures. Some more anime figures. Wow. This shop has a lot of anime. But boom. Had to zoom in. White Ranger and Red Ranger helmet. Love it. Got some more Sailor Moon, which my girlfriend will love. Got some Marvel. Look at that case. Marvel figures. Some things that I've never seen before. And you go up, And you see, I had to zoom in. Yes, sir. Red Dragon Thunder Zord, White Tiger Zord, and then that is from Power Rangers Turbo. That was the Power Rangers Turbo Megazord, which I never had. You see the Ninja Turtles layer up there. Some old school DC figures. Old. And then you see Ninja Turtles. And this was what bugged me out. Still in the package, sealed Ninja Turtle figures. That's crazy. Old school Ghostbusters. Who remember Ghostbusters cartoon? That was fun. And then they come over here, even more sealed Ninja Turtle figures. Man, crazy. You got Voltron. Who remembers Voltron? You got Transformer figures. I'm a kid of the 80s. I was born in 82, so all this stuff is just bringing me back. You got the Power Rangers section, the 1993 Megazord back there with the Power Sword and the shield. Power Rangers Zeo, some DVDs, Super Sentai figures. And then you go into some more Transformers. Now, this case right here is pretty dope. You got G.I. Joes, not a big G.I. Joe fan, but you're going to see why. Keep on going down. There we go. Star Wars. Look at all this stuff there. And I was really interested in this one right here. It's a 1999 Darth Maul candy. So candy, they said it's gum in there. So it says, please do not eat the 24-year-old gum. It's sealed. So I thought, man, this would be dope to add to my episode 1 collection. But we keep on going. And then you go to the top. I've never seen this before. Lego Jabba the Hutt's barge. That's fire. Excuse me, Jaws. Then look at this. Oh, that Lego display. I need that for my house. We continue to the top, and then you got old school Star Wars figures. Luke. You got Chewie, Han, C-3PO, R2-D2. Then you got Clone Troopers. You got a young Boba. And they even got a Mother Talzin figure. That is fire. Keep on going down. Is that me? No, that's a Jabba the Hutt figure. And you got more droids. I don't even know all those droids. And then you got what, a Lego Star Wars game. And then let's just go ahead and throw a random Indiana Jones figure since, you know. And you got the Lego helmets. I'm going to be building that Darth Vader pretty soon. But it's going to get better. Wait. We're going to turn around so you guys can see the comic section. That's how big the comic section is, manga. But this is when it really turned to a different level. Bam! Retro gaming. Nintendo, Super Nintendo. Here we go down. You got the GameCube, the N64 with the clear controller, PS2, PS1, Sega Genesis, Dreamcast, Wii. Look at this old school retro TV. Who played games and TVs like that? I know I did. But so much stuff, man. It was crazy. They still have new consoles like the PS5, but old school stuff, Sega Genesis games, Super Nintendo games. Look at that. Let's go down. Look at that Sonic, man. Sonic 2. Wow. Remember Tails? And you got Super Mario 3, which was my favorite game of all time. Comment below if you played Super Mario 3. And folks, we're on the other side of the store. There is more. You gotta look into this case, but I gotta show you. Look at this. Crazy. In the case, you see Sonic, a plush Yoshi, Samus, more loose figures, a Chase Ryu, and Ryu statue, and Super Street Fighter, an Atari system. You guys know what Atari is? If you do, you might be old like me. You got some retro gaming accessories. And you got Xbox One games, Xbox 360, PS4, PS3, but nope. Let's skip all that. What is this? This caught my attention. Star Wars Pod Racing arcade game. And it was out of service. And it's Anakin's Pod Racer seat. Man, I really wanted to play this. But it's cool. You don't have to put any coins in. It's free for the kids. Anybody want to play? You got some random sodas there, some Spawn figures, Disney cars. Like I'm telling you, folks, they just place anything anywhere. You gotta search. It's like going into a garage. And they got Blu-rays, DVDs, of course. My girlfriend looking at Sailor Moon Blu-rays, but she wanted to point this out to me. She asked me, "Do you remember this show, Hercules?" She said it was one of her favorite shows. I wonder why. The guy has muscles. Of course, she wanted to see that show. You have Watto here, which I thought was pretty dope. But why is Watto working at McDonald's? I don't know. But I thought that was really dope to have a Watto. Mrs. Pac-Man arcade game. You got Blue, but look at this. Even more games. Game accessories. They even had guidebooks for games. More Jurassic Park area, more Funko Pops. Let's zoom into this. Look at the old school episode 1 banners. Wow. And then they got Star Trek. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. You don't need to talk about Star Trek. Old school advertisement. Game Boy Color display. Wow. A Kirby. Let me turn this corner, and there's more Star Wars figures. Man, I wanted to leave with everything in this store. Look at Lando with the abs. Episode 1, Power of the Force figures. Crazy, man. Craziness. Again, I was in my anniversary, so I shouldn't be spending money, and I wasn't even supposed to be going into a store like this. But I'm glad I did. This store is basically a hidden gem in Savannah, Georgia. So if you ever go, it is called Planet Fun. Google it, look it up. You will not be disappointed. But look at this. Starfighters, more figures, some Funko Pops in the bottom, some loose figures too. And then they had this old robot. I can't remember the name, but I know it was Nintendo. Then they had Duck Hunt on the screen with it working. It was working Nintendo system. There was kids playing under that earlier. When you got a Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, a DSi, a PSP, Pokeball for the Switch, old school Game Boy display. I remember seeing those in Toys R Us. The brick. It's crazy, man. This place, I'm telling you, it's random stuff everywhere, but they have everything that you could possibly think of if you think about retro. So, this is it. I picked up some stuff. It's time to go back home and see what I purchased. Thank you, Planet Fun. All right, guys. So that was Planet Fun in Savannah, Georgia. I happened to pick up a couple of stuff, even though I wasn't planning on spending money on collectibles. Like I said in the video, it was my anniversary. Now I'm back home. But I did pick up some things that, I felt like they were a good deal. And I'm going to go ahead and share them with you guys right now and do a little bit of unboxing as well, or unwrapping. So the first thing I picked up in Planet Fun, it was a loose figure. So they have a whole bunch of loose figures there. They do have figures that are sealed in their box, But I'm a type of person that looks for a great deal, and I don't care if the figure is in the box or if it's loose, because most likely I'm probably gonna display it on my shelf. So I am a big Power Ranger fan, and I saw this figure for $12. And the cool thing is that this was something that was done by Boom Studios, where they promoted Trini in the comics. So if you know Trini, the original Yellow Ranger, they promoted her to the Red Ranger, because the Red Ranger had to step down. He lost something with the morphing grid. I'm not trying to get too much into detail because I'm not sure if you guys like Power Rangers like I do. But it was pretty cool to see Trini as a Red Ranger, and they had the loose figure of Trini. So let's go ahead and open this because this has all the weapons. But yeah, for $12. So Planet Fun, and yeah, they had a lot of loose figures. All right, cool. You see, Planet Fun. And they had all the weapons. So that's the cool thing. The only thing I think that was missing from this was the helmet change out. So yeah, I had to do my research. I thought it came with everything, but it was $12. I believe this was part of a two-pack because it came with Jason as the Yellow Ranger, and I really didn't care about Jason being the Yellow Ranger. I don't really collect all the lightning, but I thought that this would be something to stand out different because I have a couple Red Ranger figures already. So if you see her Trini with the weapons, it kind of sucks that it doesn't have the helmet. It does have an extra arm. It did bring the Red Ranger sword and the blaster, but no helmet. But this is what I got for $12. All right, so the other thing that I picked up was a retro game. So my favorite Nintendo system of all time is Nintendo 64. And if you watched Pop, if you watch Rebel Collectors, you know that me and Tony are really excited to go to Japan and buy a lot of the retro games. So about I think it was the episode 5. We talked about a game for Nintendo 64. It was a Star Wars game in box for $12 in Japan. Now, the thing is, that is a game brand new in box for $12, but that's in Japan. So if I bring it back home here, I wouldn't be able to play it on my 64. So I found a US version of Star Wars Shadow of the Empire for $15. So this is a game that my friend had. His name was Jason. Growing up, my mom didn't, get it for me. I wanted this game so bad, so we would go after school and take turns to try to beat this game. So now it's X amount of years later, your boy finally got it, and my 64 works. So for $15, I feel like this is a great deal. And this is the only copy they had in that store. And I was trying to look for more Star Wars games, and they didn't really have that many Star Wars games. So this was a great pickup. So my last pickup, which was something that I saw the first day, because I went to Planet Fun 2 times. I only recorded it twice. I mean, once, but I went there twice. And the second time I was like, you know what? I just got to take this because it's nostalgic. It's 1999. It's Star Wars Episode 1, and I was debating on opening it or not. Um But you know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and open it for you guys because I do kind of want to see the blade. But it is Darth Maul dual lightsaber, and it supposedly has gum in here. So it's Star Wars Episode One, Darth Maul saber stick, and the sticker on here says, "Please do not eat the 24-year-old gum." And it was for $10. So I thought this was a great deal. $10. So let's go ahead and open this right now. It's crazy, right? I'm gonna open this now. I know it's sealed, but let's be honest. Is it really gonna go anywhere besides here? Am I really gonna try to sell this? No. So we're opening it up right now. And no, Tony knows that I got this because I kind of showed this in the Rebel Collectors episode. I will not be eating the gum. I do not want to die. Oh shoot. Okay, here we go. And the blade already came out. Okay. That's that's how far it extends. And there we go, folks. I finally got the dual lightsaber Darth Maul. Now the gum, yeah. I don't know how it opens. I don't know if you guys can see it. That red right there, it looks like little gums. Like if you had what are those little gums? Trident? Is it Trident? I'm not sure. But I think that okay. Okay. It opens here. Hmm. Hold on one second. I don't know what that does. It twists. So I don't know what that means by it twisting. Just want to see if I could get the gum out, but I also don't want to have a big spill here. All right, something's jammed on there, but this is it. These are the pickups, guys. It's N64 game and Trini as Omega Red Ranger. So those were my pickups for Planet Fun. I appreciate you guys watching the video. And if you like hunts and going to comic book shops like this, then maybe, just maybe, you'll like this. Go ahead. You know you want to. Peace.